I'm joined now on the telephone by the man behind CNN's camera on that incredible journey, senior photojournalist Mark Phillips. Mark, I'm so glad that we're able to speak with you about this. Those images are so harrowing. I cannot imagine what it felt like to be on that helicopter amid all of that. Can you bring it to us from your own words?
Well, when we took off, we knew we were flying over ISIS territory. And we didn't realize how dangerous it was until the guys started shooting their machine guns off the side of the helicopter. At first, we thought they were clearing their weapons, making sure they worked. But for the whole trip in, they just kept on shooting and shooting and shooting until we got to where the mountain was and where all the displaced people were. And then there was another problem, that as we came into land, people would rush the helicopter. And as you saw in those pictures, people were desperately trying to get on and climbing over each other. There were old people who couldn't get on. There were young children who were basically thrown on board. And once that had not settled down, but once the helicopter had actually moved off while people were trying to get on, then there was a moment of relief that you're on the helicopter, but also fear that now you've got to fly back over ISIS territory and hopefully not get shot down. So it was a kind of strange mix of emotions. You could see in the people's eyes, and you looked at those pictures, there was this unbelievable relief that we've got out of here. But there was also the fear about what's next.
And Mark, we're looking at the pictures as the chopper takes off, leaving so many of those desperate people behind. They had to, as I understand it. The chopper was already overloaded, correct?
That's correct. I mean, those choppers are only supposed to carry about 15 people, and I think we came out with a little bit over 30.
Oh,
God. So the pilots were concerned that they couldn't take any more. There was a helicopter that went in before us, and that brought out about 42 people. So it was fairly dangerous going in and out.
And then today, Mark, I know you've heard this news that one of these M117 helicopters, which is the same model you were on, I don't know if it's the same helicopter, it's crashed with a journalist on board and a freelance photographer. Apparently, the journalist Alyssa Rubin is slightly injured with a concussion and broken wrists. Adam Ferguson, the photographer, survived. He's not injured, but they're citing technical failure. Do you think it's possible that it's because they're overloading them with so many of these desperate refugees?
Well, it could be. These helicopters do 3 runs a day. They fly in and out constantly. And so, there's a lot of wear on the helicopters. And one of the pilots spoke to me when we came out, and he said the big concern is that when people rush the helicopter, they grab the helicopter and they push it sideways, and they're trying to compensate to make sure that the helicopter doesn't crash there and then when people rush on board. Yeah, it's hard to know what actually happened to that helicopter. It's sad that the journalists were hurt. As journalists, we try to get into the story. We try to see what's going on and try to get those pictures out. We thought about going back in today, but we thought we'd pushed our limits on that helicopter, and so we didn't bother coming back.
And who knows if he would have been on the chopper that ultimately crashed. The pilot of that helicopter was killed. It's just such a sad situation all around. I wanted to also ask you, Mark, about some of the people who were on board when the M60s were opening up and the cacophony of the bullets was terrifying those kids. One of the children stood out the most, a young girl who seemed to be crying for her dad. Was it because her dad was left on the ground, or had she been separated from him at a different time? What was her story?
She'd been separated from him earlier on. It was unclear. We tried to get the story out. It was unclear how he'd become separated. He'd been left behind in the village, and for the first 2 days he was making phone calls to the family on the mountain saying that he was okay, and then the phone stopped. And they hadn't heard anything from him after that. When she got on the helicopter, it's hard to hear, but you can hear her saying, Papa, Papa. So she was very, very upset about leaving him behind. And that was part of the situation. There was that joy of getting off the mountain, but, this heartbreak of where do we go to next and how do we start again? And people are coming here and they have to find their own way once they get here. And that means finding an abandoned building, finding their own food, any kind of housing. So they're kind of destitute here until they can sort themselves out.
Mark, you have been in this business for decades. You have seen all of the worst that our fare has to offer. You have covered these war zones. Have you ever been through anything like what you went through with Ivan yesterday?
Not as much chaos. It's really sad to see people that desperate. You know, you feel for them, and I think for me the best thing I can do is just keep on rolling and take their picture. Ivan was in there helping people get on board and helping as many as he could. But for me, you've got to take pictures and you've got to show how desperate the situation and show that emotion so people start to care for this place. Because if they don't, you know, these people won't get any help, and you know this situation will go unnoticed.
Well, Mark, we are all so proud of the work that you and Ivan did yesterday and the great risk that you put yourselves in to tell this desperate story. It is such a critical story, and I cannot imagine that a number of administrations around the world, with the reach of CNN, haven't been able to share and see your pictures and understand the dire situation. So, Mark, from all of us, thank you, and please, you and Ivan, stay safe and get some sleep. That had to be a really tough day.
Thank you.
Mark Phillips joining us.